The prettiest girl in our class, Mandy Smith, died unexpectedly in our dorm. When the police took statements, my two other roommates and I pleaded guilty. I took out Mandy's love letter to my boyfriend. I killed her because she was seducing my boyfriend. Anna Anderson took out a purchase history for cyanide. I killed her because she snatched my overseas study spot from me. Fiona Lee took out an expulsion letter. I killed her because she reported me for cheating. All three of us hated Mandy. However, the police found that all of us had alibis during Mandy's time of death. The counselor also asked us to stop lying. However, the three of us sneered. Whether you believe it or not, one of us is the murderer. Chapter 1. A day before the winter holiday, the prettiest girl in class, Mandy Smith, died. She was found dead in the dorm's toilet. There were 18 stab wounds on her, and her blood covered the entire floor. The dorm manager found her dead body, and she immediately called the police. When the other two roommates, Anna Anderson, Fiona Lee, and I, arrived at the dorm, the police and counselor had already arrived. There were students watching outside of the caution tape. Everyone was talking about it. Have you heard? There are 18 stab wounds. The murderer must have hated her. Aren't there 4 of them in the dorm? Where are the other 3 roommates? There they are. The counselor called them over. It's them. Numerous gazes scrutinized the 3 of us, as if they were trying to find some clues. None of us spoke. We simply watched as the police entered and exited the crime scene. The counselor that was talking to the police saw the 3 of us and waved us to come over. She introduced the lead police officer. Officer King, these are Mandy's roommates. Officer King sized us up and told us to cooperate when the police took statements. All of us nodded and stood quietly outside of the caution tape. Anna tugged my sleeve and whispered, "Is she really dead?" I met her slightly complicated gaze and answered indifferently, "She's dead." Fiona let out a sigh of relief as she snorted. That's good. The 3 of us did not look upset at all. Instead, all of us looked strangely calm. It was because all of us hated Mandy. 10 minutes later, we were brought to the police station to give our statements. Before she left, the counselor told us to not be afraid. Just be honest and tell whatever you know to the police. They'll look into this fairly and justly. All of us nodded. In the interrogation room, Officer King sat in front of me and instructed his assistant to start taking notes. Tell me your relationship to Mandy. I did not answer. Instead, I asked for a glass of water. Officer King personally poured me a glass of water. His eyes were curious. I held the paper cup with both hands and rubbed it lightly with my fingers. Then, I met Officer King's gaze and said, "I'm Rosalie Reed, Mandy's roommate." Officer King indicated for me to continue. I drank the water in one go. Then, I took out a piece of crumpled paper from my pocket and placed it on the table. We were roommates and romantic rivals. I killed Mandy because she was seducing my boyfriend. Chapter 2. Officer King did not expect that I would admit to the crime, and he was obviously dumbfounded. He asked reflexively, "You killed Mandy?" I nodded. "It's me." The assistant beside Officer King thought that I was joking, so he yelled loudly at me, "Rosalie, do you know what you're talking about? What you're saying now has legal implications." I ignored his scolding and pushed that piece of paper forward. Officer King frowned before opening the letter. I stared as he read it line by line. The love letter was obviously written by Mandy in her usual coy tone. She was taunting me in between the lines. Once Officer King was done reading, his frown deepened. "Look," I said calmly, "Officer King, Mandy crafted rumors about me being promiscuous to fool my boyfriend and make him break up with me despite having been together for 5 years. I obviously wouldn't tolerate it. One day, I caught her being intimate with my boyfriend in front of the library. She even shot me a smug gaze. I rushed forward to confront her, but she laughed at me mockingly. "He chose me. You should go." After hearing my statement, Officer King stared longingly at me, trying to read something from my expression. He continued, "You said that you killed her. Where's your weapon? How did you do that?" I leaned against the cold interrogation chair and described my crime. "I stole Anna's cyanide and mixed it in Mandy's drink. Once she finished it, I stabbed her using a fruit knife. 10 stabs in the front, and 8 stabs in the back. Oh, by the way, I stabbed her 8 times in the back after she died." Before I could finish talking, the door of the interrogation room opened. The other policeman came in with a serious expression and whispered something in Officer King's ear. Officer King's expression immediately changed. Anna also admitted to the crime.